Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, now, depending on how you get this news, whether it's from me, whether it's through a YouTube video, or if you're like me and you've seen this tweet, and that's what I am going to be talking about is this tweet that I've seen. Now, I don't know for sure if this tweet is legit, like I said, actual, reliable, or the tweet is coming from a reliable source, but I am going to read it out and just kind of give out my opinion on the things regarding GTA 6. And the thing is this. If the game's going to get delayed again, then it's like, okay, the whole conversation of this game possibly being $100, that needs to stop. I'm not going to pay $100 for a game that was supposed to come out, because I guess if the only way I think that this delay would work if they're like, okay, the game's not coming out in November, it's going to come out in December. All right, cool, no biggie, no problem. I'll wait one more month. But Grand Theft Auto 6 has to come out this year. There is no way possible that this game can get delayed another time, because this is how I'm going to look at it. The game's going to come out. It's probably not even going to live up to the potential as like the past previous Rockstar games like Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm trying to think of some other games that they released. Yeah, it's not even Grand Theft Auto 4. It's not going to live up to that potential. People are going to, plus with all the different games that are coming out this year, no, the thing is this, with Rockstar, if you're going to do right by people and you have to have it or you're trying to have it where people have that same love and respect that they have for you guys all these years, like since we were kids, fam, you cannot delay this game again. There's no way possible that you guys can delay this game again. And I'm not trying to even hear no stuff of this game being delayed again, because it's like, bruh, release the game or not. But it's like, if you guys ain't got a game, then it's like, don't give us like dates of when the game's gonna just say that the game at some point in time when we whatever the release date is, that's when that game's gonna come out. But we're not gonna give you, that's because I guess that's how I would do it. If I know that my game's not finished and I don't know when exactly this game's gonna come out, I'm like, all right, my thing is this. I will release the game when I can. I just can't give you guys a date, because I don't want to say a date and then next thing you know, it's like the game don't come out and then you guys are mad at me, so that's why I'm like, yeah, this conversation with Grand Theft Auto 6 being delayed, I'm like, fam, I'm not trying to hear that, not right now. When it's like we're in the year of the game releasing, no, we're not hearing no delays, no more with that. All right, if they talking about another delay, it's like, fam, don't even give us a date, just whenever the game comes out, then yeah, just drop it, okay? So, but anyway, so I see this tweet. It was from this account called GTA 6 _ countdown. So it reads out, insider Jason Schreier, I think that's how you pronounce Schreier, shares new GTA 6 details. So the first one being, the last he heard, the game was not content complete. And it's like, okay, then do updates. My thing is this, it's like, whatever you guys got now, release it. And then as the time goes on, be like, hey, new update. Whatever new content that you guys want to add, just add it as a free update. Like, this was content that was supposed to come out when the game released, but we couldn't get to it in time. And my thing is this, like, when I hear like all the work and time that's going into Grand Theft Auto 6, but then it's not content ready, to me that just don't even make no sense. So is it ready or not? Because if it's not, then it's like, okay, all these tweets and posts and videos saying this is ready, that's ready, and it's not. Fam, that gotta stop, because now I'm confused and I don't know what to believe anymore. But anyways, then the next one is, he believes it's really hard to say right now if the game will release in November, and doesn't think anyone at Rockstar is 100% certain they'll make it. Yeah, now if that's the case, then I'm like, Rockstar, why would you guys tell us that the game was going to come out in November 2026? Like, that, it's that type of stuff where I'm like, fam, is the game ready or not? But this whole, oh, we gotta be mysterious and quiet and not let nobody know nothing, that gotta stop. Like, no, and that's not even for Rockstar Games, that's for all developers. I get so sick and tired of this mysterious act that developers be doing, where it's like, oh, we want to be all Batmanified and, have it where we lurking and hiding in the shadows. Tell us what is going on with the game. I do not care for this whole mysterious and surprises and all that. It gets to a point where I'm like, no, I'm that old saying of I don't like surprises. All right, because no, it's like people they'll try to surprise you with some stuff and it doesn't even live up to the potential. So it's like, nah, bro, the surprises, all that gotta stop. It's like you either tell us what's going on or just stop talking about the game. But it's one of those things. If you're working on the game, that's one thing that I've never seen go wrong with the video game is when the developers they don't, it's not something they have to work on their communication is there. So like, let's say for an example, if I'm working on let's just say I'm working on a racing game, right? And people are asking me how many cars is going to be in the game. And I'm going to tell them, that's one of those things. It's like, you never see people, I guess they're being an open book instead of a book with a lock on it. But no, it's like, if people were to ask me, I'm like, I currently have like 5 cars ready for the game, but I'm trying to have it where I have at least 200 cars in the game and stuff. And no, they're not licensed cars. They're, because it's like, yeah, I can't afford the license for Ford and Chevy and Koenigsegg, but there are going to be cars that look like those cars and stuff. So it's going to kind of be like a mixture where it's like this, instead of it being a Koenigsegg, it's going to be a mixture of a Koenigsegg and a Lamborghini, or a Mustang and a Ferrari and stuff, so it's like stuff like that. What's wrong with communicating with people? So and I know people are gonna probably be all like, oh, well, they're probably doing that because they don't want nobody to copy their ideas. It's Rockstar Games. The thing is this, so if people want to go based off of that logic, so let's say a content creator, he comes out and says, yeah, Mr. Beast says he's gonna do a video where it's like 100 people, stranded on an island and stuff. If you can afford to do that, and then let's just say there's another creator that can afford to do some stuff like that, and then they come out with it, everybody knows that they bit off of the idea of Mr. Beast, especially if he shows proof and receipts that he's been working on this idea first. What's wrong with Rockstar Games doing that? So, like, that's why I'm like, fam, I'm not trying to hear no, like, oh, they're afraid of. This is Rockstar Games that we're talking about. They're probably one of the only franchises where they have made $1 billion off of multiple video games. And, yeah, they have, like, $1 billion budget for Grand Theft Auto 6. No other company that's working on an open world game right now that has the budget to do what Grand Theft Auto or Rockstar Games is doing. So that's why I'm like, I'm not hearing nothing about them like, oh, they don't want to let nobody know of their plans and stuff. What other Saints Row fell off? I don't hear no other. Let's just look at some of the open world games that's trending right now on Steam. Because I don't think there's not one open where I think everybody is waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out. But anyways, I see where some people, they play this game called Disco Elysium, I think, the final cut, I think that's how that word is pronounced. Nobody is talking about that game. At least it's not up there with Grand Theft Auto. It looks like Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. So I guess if this game is trying to compete with that one, of that Grand Theft Auto game, then yeah, sure. Then, maybe, just maybe, we might have a competition. But as far as any other games, so the Division 2, nah, I'm like definitely not competing with Grand Theft Auto 6. Need for Speed Unbound is definitely not competing with Grand Theft Auto 6. If anybody, let's just say Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and somebody trying to explain to me that Need for Speed Unbound is better than Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm going to ask them a very direct question. And I'm not playing around. I'm not, I'm being as serious as I possibly can be. What drugs did you take? Because there is no way possible Rockstar Games is worried about the last Need for Speed game, which is Unbound. There is no way. Underground maybe, but not Unbound. No, there's no way. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I don't even hear nobody even talking about the Ghost Recon games anymore. It just seems like that's one of those games that's just kind of like under the radar. Riders Republic, that's another Ubisoft game. These are games that's being recommended to me. But yeah, that game, it's not up there with Grand Theft Auto 6, at least title-wise and franchise and all that stuff. Sons of the Forest, nope. The Crew Motorfest, nope. Forza Horizon 5, nope. Pal Worlds, nah, I don't know. I the reason why I kind of have like a love and respect for Pal Worlds is because it's a game that offers a lot going on and stuff. But at the same time, I think realistically speaking, Pal World is not on that same conversation as Grand Theft Auto 6. I think as some time goes on, maybe, possibly, but if not, then I don't know. Starfield, nope. Farming Simulator, nope. What else? Man-Eater, nope. RV, There Yet, nope. Repo, nope. Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, nope. There's a new one called Star Rupture, nope. What are some other games and stuff? Yeah, there's no other games that I know. Rust, Where Winds Meet. What else? Fallout. Yeah, the only game I can know that can compete with Grand Theft Auto 6 is Grand Theft Auto 5. But at the same time, it's like you see that so many other games have came out since then and stuff. So it's like, okay, Rockstar, it's your turn. You have to release this game, all right? But anyways, let's go on to the next one. So then, the next thing that says is the release date feels a little bit more real than fall 2025 or May 2026 did. So feels a little bit more. So like, okay, so it's coming out in November, I imagine. But anyways, developers are still finalizing missions and adding stuff and deciding what makes it into the final game. And then the next one, he hopes they're done with that soon so they can start the bug fixing phase. And then the next one, Rockstar can't settle for anything less than perfection as the stakes are high. Exactly. It's one of those things where it's like, if you guys come out with this game and it doesn't live up to the potential as even Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, and I'm saying it has to, the thing is this, the last three major games that Rockstar released was Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2. It has to be a blend, like with the amount of stuff, not even just with Grand Theft Auto 5, like with the base game, but just with all the different mods that people added into the game. So it has to be a blend of later Grand Theft Auto 5. It has to be detailed like Grand Theft Auto 4, and it has to be more amazing than Red Dead Redemption 2. Because that was one thing was that I wish that I did was actually sit down and play through Red Dead Redemption 2, because I see all these different things. Like even just yesterday when I was playing the game, I'm like, man, this game is actually pretty good. Like I don't know why I had stopped playing it, but like it's one of those games where I'm like, I think I deleted it to make space, but then once when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I re-downloaded that game, and that game's been on my Xbox ever since. I just haven't really sat down and made the time of playing it, but it's definitely one of those games where I'm like, nah, bro, you can't look at Red Dead Redemption 2 and say that it's a bad game. You can't even say that about 1. So that's why I'm like, yeah, bro, no, Red Dead Redemption 2, it's probably on console. PC, I've had issues playing it on PC, but on console, yeah, no, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, I've never had no issues with those games on console. But anyways, but yeah, it has to be a blend of those three games, but better and stuff. So anyways, then the next one, the entire stock of Take-Two lives or dies on this game. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if this game comes out and it's not good, I think that's going to be it for Rockstar. It's like at this point, you're going to have to make it where the game is maybe not free to play, but it's going to have to be sold at a cheap price. What else? All the future content from DLCs, cosmetic stuff, money, earning money in the missions. It has to be good. Can't be no stuff where I'm all like, fam, I feel like I'm just grinding in this game for no reason and stuff, just so I could get a t-shirt or a skateboard or whatever new things I guess could be possibly added into the game and stuff. But overall, though, it's like, yeah, you cannot release this game and then it being a bad game. No, that just seemed like that would be impossible to do. But anyways, and yeah, don't be all like, oh, we're Cyberpunk 2077. The people behind that did it, so we could. No, I'm like, that's Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 didn't have GTA 5 or 6 money. They had Cyberpunk 2077 money. All right. So when that game came out and it was buggy, glitchy, and all that, that's something that didn't surprise me. That's something that I wasn't even mad about. I'm like, all right, as the time goes on, the game will get better. Not Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, you guys didn't do that for 5. You didn't do that for Red Dead Redemption 2. You didn't do that for 4. You should not do it with Grand Theft Auto 6. All right. So it's like, no, you're a reputable company. You're a company where it's like, yeah, you guys work around the clock. You're trying to, I feel like that Rockstar Games, sometimes, maybe, possibly, but you can kind of see the passion that they have for video game development. I'm not trying to see it when this game comes out and it's bad. No, that's a no can do. So anyways, then the next one, they say they would rather let it slip again than release it in a compromised state. Release it in a compromised state. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't care. Just release the game. I'm trying to see it where in November, because they said what date? November 19th of this year, I'm trying to see Grand Theft Auto 6 being downloaded onto either my Xbox, PlayStation. I know it's going to probably take a while for it to get released on PC, and I probably am going to play it on Xbox. That's where I'm trying to see on November 19th of this year. I'm trying to see my Xbox downloading Grand Theft Auto 6. Not no, well, dang, I'm like, I could have been playing it this year, but now I'm playing another game. No, I'm trying to November 19th of 2026. I am trying to play Grand Theft Auto 6. All right, so then I think the last thing that there's two last things. So there's like Take-Two's fiscal year ends in late March 2027. So they have a little bit of buffer if they still want to release the game in the same fiscal year. And then the last one, he says PlayStation is the main platform for the game, and Sony is planning its entire lineup around it. So then either way. So my thing is this: if that's the case, then I'm like, Sony needs to be on Rockstar Games. It's like, if we're planning all this stuff for this game and for this year, and you guys ain't even gonna release it, then yeah, Sony, I'm like, drop Rockstar Games and just be like, hey, y'all just do your own thing. We don't care if you want this to be a game where we primarily play it on PlayStation. No, if you guys gonna have it set up where you ain't releasing the game this year, just release it everywhere. We don't care. We'll focus on some exclusives on what we got going on and stuff. So yeah, they could come out with a God of War 3, Gran Turismo 8, what else? Spider-Man 4, what else? Or I guess 3, because there was like Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales 2. So yeah, Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man Miles Morales 2. But either way, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, no, we ain't gonna waste our time if you guys gonna keep delaying the game. Because at that point, that's what I truly do believe, that they're gonna delay the game, and then it's gonna get to the point where people are like, okay, well, when we'll believe you guys when we see the game come out, but we ain't gonna. If you guys say, oh, the game's gonna get delayed until March of 2027, then yeah, it's like, then we ain't gonna get our hopes high. It's like, yeah, when I guess, because they'll be on some stuff where I feel like they'll even do that too. Game will come out, or the game's getting ready to come out a week before, and it's like, oh my god, Grand Theft Auto 6 is releasing next week. It'll be a day before the game comes out. Then that's when Rockstar's like, oh, sorry, the game's gonna get delayed until next month. Then at that point, I'm like, forget it. I don't even want to play the game no more. Rockstar, keep it. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, because it gets to a point where it's like, I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, well, they could be still working on some stuff with the game. How long do you guys need? Grand Theft Auto 5, may I remind you, that game came out in 2013. 13 years ago. You guys had more than enough time. It's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bro. Release the game, but if not, then just, forget it. All right, we'll just pretend and act like that you guys wasn't even talking about that game. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service, and peace.